From Steve Slayton to Pat White to Pat McAfee, they love their Mountaineers in Morgantown. And in a place known for yan dogs and pepperoni rolls, and probably some liquid refreshments, the Mountaineer faithful ready to go here in Morgantown. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Cincinnati Bearcats taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bearcats will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense is on the field for the first time today. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, West Virginia.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Ellington. Right through his hands, you just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming.
4th down.
The Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Bearcats called for and taken at the 30-yard line. The Bearcats offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
Yeah, and I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Stopped after making the catch.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy, making an accurate throw.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Gets it out fast. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he's looking downfield. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The offense set for a first down play. Back to throw, it's Ellington. He's right on target.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a second down pass play. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Mountaineers have this offense rolling.
West Virginia.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They'll give it to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's Ellington. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And he puts through the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. It's complete. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his back in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Bearcats in the hurry up.
And that's good enough for a first down.
He leaves it with his back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Try to barge their way in. And he'll be brought down.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2.
They fake it, looking for a man. They brought the heat and they get him on the ground. And a 4th down sack stops this drive cold. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Ellington. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Lets it fly. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
He'll start this drive firing. Gets open down the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bearcats! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
West Virginia, 7.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back on the move. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Here on 3rd down for this offense. The flag and another delay of game penalty. They do know there's a play clock up, right? There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. A 1st down for the offense. He leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
West Virginia.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going up top on first down. Unloads to the right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Now 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Ellington. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Set to kick this one.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Pulls it, fired complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The give. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your 2nd sack. It's only the 3rd quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going for that ball. Nice job.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, If you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low. He has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
They'll run it from the gun. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's hard to stop great runs. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking downfield, it's Ellington getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Motion from the offense. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. Just buried it. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And the ball squirted out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
It's so disappointing for the offense, too, because they pride themselves on being physical, right? They wanted to come out in this game. They want to establish the run. They do that each and every week. They had the first down, but David, he just couldn't hold on to it. The defense now rates the takeaway.
And speaking of pride, that's what you pride yourself on defense. You're taking the football away. How many possessions can you steal? He had the first down, but you got there. And more importantly, we worked on this all week long. County fair, stripping the football.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, West Virginia.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This time they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. You're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab behind the line. It's Clemens. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the Bearcats will punt it away on 4th down. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Slips through the line. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Mountaineers want to move quickly. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Mountaineers with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Dances away from 1. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man quickly. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Mountaineers are on the move. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
It's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. To throw, it's Ellington. It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Trying to show their strength with the run on 4th down. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last time they'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there.
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so at the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy. But you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it! They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Mountaineers! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you can trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get by the ball.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Jones. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down. Looking at a 2nd and short now. They'll run it to the right. The Bearcats get it past the sticks. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's going up top here late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Trailing by a touchdown, this fourth down opportunity is gargantuan. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right down the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Here comes the offense on first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ellington. He finds his man. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. He's looking to throw. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail beat Coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, just keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up.
He lofts one down the sideline. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. One more play to pad the stats. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back down.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
Lining up for the onside kick, just a few seconds to play, and they will need a miracle.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you